Okay, we're going to go over the highlights of this Midwest Regional Cyclocross race for the Cat 4-5 field. I wasn't too worried about this stretch right here because it was a long tailwind. Just wanted to be roughly in the first couple wheels, which I am. I figured the first pinch point was after the top of this upcoming hill. There was going to be an off camber, and basically I just wanted to be in good position at the top or going into the off camber. So here you can see this hill here has a little bit of slick right there that people miss, but I'm starting to get swarmed here, and this is not the position I wanted to be at this point. I should have been really on Nate's reel here in the red, but you can see here's another guy who's going to pass me. So I wasn't exactly happy at this point, and so I figured, okay, well, let's make sure we get up. So this guy on the right, he tries to take the super high line. That was definitely not the line to take. I decided this was probably the best line. I talked with Chad prior to this, and she said basically take that line right there, and I think that was essentially the line there that I wanted to take. So here you can see I'm sitting about fifth wheel here. I take a little bit of an ease up here on this downhill, but I've been doing pretty good with my dismounts and remounts. So here we go, just one step, and then back on the bike, quick remount, make a pass here. So pretty happy with how that went. I do mess up a little bit later on the remounts with clipping in, but keeping them fast. So this section, roughly downhill, I wasn't exactly sure how to take that at race speed prior to the race, so I didn't really nail it and go all out right there, but later you're going to see that I really let it loose. There's no real reason to put a brake down. You can pretty much drill it right there. So here you can see keeping up there, but for whatever reason I ease up right here, and I lose quite a bit of seconds here. So decided to put it a little bit dig, catch back up, but it cost me a couple seconds, and then I put it in the dig and get back up to where I want to be. But you can see the front of the race there, not too far off, but this is that kind of position where roughly like that's far enough to be gone. And so somebody makes a pass on me here, and I just wasn't very happy with sitting at this position. So it's kind of unfortunate. I wish I could recognize that basically being in this position, unless you got a lot of fitness, definitely not the way to win a race, right? So whatever happened prior to this probably would have been the focus point of figuring out how to win the race, because these guys have a good couple seconds on me. And I take this wide so you can keep your speed. Not a lot of people were doing that. You're going to see that in a couple other clips where if you don't take that wide, you go inside really too far. And same thing with this turn right there. By going too far inside, you just lose all your momentum. Now this was a little slick. So I slip a little bit there, unclip, and then I recognize, okay, well, I want to put a little dig here, get back up to the screw because I don't want this to go away. Putting digs in early is important so that you can stay with the group you want to be with. This sand, it was like gravel, really, really, really light, small rock gravel. So that guy previously, or maybe didn't pre-ride, but he was trying to go into the stable area. So here you can see there's a guy up ahead. And I decided this is the section where I want to make a real strong dig. And this was I was pretty happy with how this worked. I had the legs after this. After putting this dig and getting back up on this wheel, I was like, okay, this day might be a decent day today. And I get back up on the wheel I wanted to be on. But you can see after that hill, I was a little bit further behind. Take the right side line maybe here. Yep, this is probably the better line that I wanted to take. But I'm still a couple seconds back. And here we go. So one step off the bike, keeping it fast, keeping it running, get back on, but I can't clip in. I just had some difficulties here, and you can see the next time I do this as well, I couldn't quite well, clip in. But you can see the front of the race there was getting further away than I wanted it to. So I put the dig here, get back up, and I really just send it. This whole section right there, you didn't really need to hit your brakes at all. You could absolutely send it. But this route kept making me slip out. You see there's a big root there, but it was like right at the line you wanted to come out of the last turn on. So it was hard because you kind of had to hit that root or just swing it and pull it really tight. Now this guy's about to make a pass, mountain bike guy here. So he makes a pass. Now he's on the front until we get through this bridge. So, same section, same slippery, same unclip. So I think I was just hitting that too tight. Now this section, if you go wide here, you can hit this corner a lot better. So this is really important. You could kind of like really drill it if you went wide into that corner. A lot of people were cutting it tight, trying to go closer to the apex, but if you went wide, you were able to have a better line out of that corner. So you can see I didn't really put it in a big there, but this guy slips up, unfortunately, and I had to go to the left-hand side. And now, you know, these are the top 3 guys right there. So 1, 2, 3. Here we go again. Pretty good, clean dismount and remount. I'm pretty happy with, you know, all of that, but the clipping in has been the difficult part lately. So I'm gonna have to practice that next season because this is the last race of the year. So here you can see, absolutely drilling it, no brakes, and you know, by the time I recognize that here in the race, I can just absolutely send it here. Whee! Pretty close. But yeah, I mean, this is the section where you can make up a lot of speed. So here we go back into the muddy. It wasn't too muddy. It was like somewhat slick. There's that root again I was telling you about. It was somewhat slick, but it wasn't terribly. It became pretty tacky by the end. Now this guy up ahead, last lap here, I believe, he's slipping out, and it's the last lap. So that's the 3rd place guy, and I'm in 4th. So I recognize, okay, well, now send it. So he's clearly within catchable distance, and now I'm really up there, and I send it back again in this section. And you can see I'm looking at 3rd place. I'm looking at a podium right there. So I have a carrot on a stick here. I'm basically ready to, you know, absolutely no brakes, you know, go and just send it, you know, last race of the season. So you can see in the next couple clips, I really just focused on, okay, well, that's definitely catchable. Keep him honest. Send it in every corner. You know, this whole back section, I was like, little brakes. I avoided the root that time, which was good. And then I just send it. I was like I was really trying to think of not using the brakes at all, keeping pedaling through most of these corners as I go into the corners and as I come out, and absolutely just going tape to tape. And then you can see here, that's definitely catchable. One slip up on his end again, and that's the race. So here I go. I take that corner wide again, keep my speed, absolutely continue pedaling. Same situation here, I believe, where you take it wide, keep the speed going, keep pedaling, and he's definitely within catchable distance, but you're going to see the final flaw here where I think basically at this point I take this a little too hot, slip a little, and then I'm in the wrong gear, so I'm just really grinding, slow cadence, and I think at that point I was recognizing, now that was it. So those are the front of the race right there, and then that was a 3rd place guy who was maybe 5 seconds here back, maybe 6 seconds, but it wasn't enough to catch him. So thanks for watching the cyclocross season, everyone. This is the last race of the year. Next road season, I will be racing a whole bunch of crits on the Adapt cycling team under Chad Hartley. So it'll be a very fun season coming up. Thanks for watching this one, and I'll see you next year, guys. Have a good off season.